Hello and welcome to Crafty Tuesday, and I hope you're all keeping safe and keeping well. Oh, it's been a wet week, hasn't it? I don't know if any of you had some snow this week. We haven't had any snow, we never have snow here, but it has been a bit sort of wintry and rainy and wet where we live. So this week we're moving a little bit away from the old animals. Do you remember we thought about Scotland last week and we did that lovely cow, didn't we? The Highland cow with the big horns. And this week we're going to think about Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year, I hear you say. Crafty Tuesday are a bit early, aren't they? Yes, we are early. It isn't this week coming up. But we've got a bit of a problem. There's so much happening in 1 week and we can't do it all on Crafty Tuesday. We've got Chinese New Year, we've got Valentine's Day, and of course there's Pancake Day as well coming up. So I thought, let's get ready for the Chinese New Year this week. And then we can worry and think about the other ones as the next week comes along. So Chinese New Year. Every year for the Chinese it's a different year, and the year coming up is the year of the ox. And if you look on our Crafty Tuesday page, you'll see some lovely colourings up there of oxes. So what they say, oxes? Oxen, oxes. But we're not going to make them because they're not really very different from the Highland cows. What we're going to do is we could start by making this lantern, and lanterns are so easy to make. Everything is easy to make that we're doing on Crafty Tuesday, but what you've got to do, all you have to do is get a piece of card. It's nice in Chinese New Year if it's red, but it doesn't matter if it's a different colour. You can have a yellow one or you can have any colour. You cut the card, you fold the card in half like that, and with a pair of scissors, and this is time for grown-ups to get involved if you're a tiny one, you just do snips all the way down. Shall I make another lantern? I think probably, actually thinking about it, before you fold it, decorate it. I've decorated it with a gold Sharpie. Can you see that? So get a gold Sharpie, or if you've got some gold paint or yellow paint. So I've got some gold paint here, and you can't go wrong. Just go, just put squiggles on it. That's all I did, just put squiggles on it. Unless you know Chinese writing or you know somebody in your family who does know Chinese writing. And I certainly don't. So, ooh, do you see what I did then? I went and dipped my brush in my glass of water. It's a bit silly, isn't it? So just put gold sort of marks all over it so that it looks like that. Then it doesn't matter if it doesn't dry properly, because if it smudges, it just adds to the effect. Cut it, fold it like that, and then cut it like that. Then when you finish cutting it, you just open it up like that, and then you just, with a bit of Pritt stick or a bit of sellotape, just curl it over like that. So simple. Couldn't make it much easier, could you? I've got some Pritt stick here. I'll do it with Pritt stick. We won't waste the sellotape because that one there's already done. You might want to put a little bit more decoration across the top and bottom. Just do a line across the top of gold and a line across the bottom of gold. It just makes it look a bit more. That's it. Take the Pritt stick and then just stick it all together. It really is one of the easiest crafts that we've ever done at Crafty Tuesday, I think. Make sure it sticks down well, so you don't have to worry about whether it smudges, because the gold, and there it is. Now, if you've got at home some gold wool, some black wool, you can hang it up with black wool, or you can. This is actually tissue paper. Just see what you've got at home. Gold thread, Mum or Granny might have some black thread. And that's it. There's your lantern. Put it on the table for Chinese New Year. Very, very simple. And it's done. Should we put it over here by Rusty? That's it, just to add to the... The next thing I did was I did a Chinese hat. Another very easy thing to do. Again, red card. Find something to draw around, a plate. I drew around a little plate there. The circle. Get your pen. And like I said, put your gold marks on it to make it look Chinese. And when all of that's done, you can just with your scissors again, you might need some help, cut into the middle, just like that, cut into the middle, just cut into the middle, curl it over like that, so it looks like a Chinese hat, like this Chinese hat that I made there. Got two Chinese hats now, haven't we? So, and again, you can stick it with Pritt stick or a bit of sellotape. It doesn't matter how you stick it. And then with the same black paper or black wool, just put the Chinese hats often have like a little bit down the back. Can you see that? There you are, that way up. So you can put it on there. When it's done, if you make it your size, then you can, on Chinese New Year, when you have your tea, you can wear it on your head. That's a bit small for my head, isn't it? Only a little one. Then the last thing I did was fans. I did two fans. This fan here is the paper plate. Just cut a paper plate in half. Incredibly easy, isn't that? Paint it like I've done. I've painted that one gold. And then again, you can put some decorations on it. You'll see all of these on my page, but you can put Chinese writing on it or just anything on it to just give it a sort of Chinese effect. And then with wooden sticks, like lollipop sticks, you just stick them on like that onto the back. I did that with sellotape. Stick them on and you've got like a fan, haven't you? Do that way around. It works, it's nice. And the last fan that we did, and I'm sure even if you've never done a fan like this, the grown up at home has. The red card. So much red card. Red card. Again, just get your gold paint and just go all sorts of... This one you just don't need to even worry whether it's pretend Chinese writing. You can just literally just put gold sort of squiggles on it like that. And then you start doing the fan. So you bend it over like that. Bend it over like that. Then you bend it back. And you bend it over. Turn it over and back. And you keep going until you get to the end of the card. And when you get to the end of the card, I'll show you. You just have to bear with me while I do this, because there's no way that I could do this quickly. But when you get to the end of the card, you have to hold it one end quite tightly. You probably have to get a grown-up to help you. You have to hold it quite and go right down the corners so it's like that. And then it fans out like that. See how it beautifully fans out? You've got a nice fan, which I expect in China where it's quite hot. There we are. Put a bit of sellotape at the bottom. That's all I did. I just put sellotape at the bottom. Actually, I noticed I used a stapler with that one, but just a way of holding it at the bottom. And you've got a nice fan, which you can have to keep you cool when it gets hot. Not very hot at the moment, is it? But if it does get hot, you've got a fan. So, Chinese New Year. What year did I say it was? The year of the ox. Ox is to colour. You can make yourself a hat. Put on your head. Ooh, should that stay on my head? You can make a lantern. Very easily. We made 2 lanterns now, haven't we? And then there's lots of ways you can make fans to keep yourself cool. And if the person at home likes Chinese food and you have Chinese food on Chinese New Year, you can decorate your table. That's what we'll be doing. So have a very happy Chinese New Year when it arrives. And meantime, keep safe. Look after yourselves and look after everybody else that's at home. Take care and see you next week. Goodbye.